know why it's doing this. I could talk to my ISP, but I don't know that that's going to help too much. So let's see. Right? Yeah, because this is just me looking at chat. Yep. Okay. There we go. And you are venomous, which is suboptimal for me. I'm not sure if I'm going to try to fight that thing just straight up, or if I want to... I think I'm going to use some shenaniganry for that one. I do want to check what the next enemies are going to look like. I do need to get it to come up here. I can't, like, fight it. I can't do what I want unless it comes up, you know? So we need to get that cured immediately. That's a problem. Okay, are we safe now? I think we're safe now. So we should be able to just clear this out now without too much difficulty. So we don't actually need to get these in position. Considering how many times I've tried to do this, I just want to get to the next set so I can get an idea of how strong they're going to be. So these are level 34, which is a totally reasonable level for me to be fighting. But we're fighting really big packs. Ow. It does constitute elder abuse. I actually, you know, when I'm playing on vanilla, I actually replace that model completely. Ow. I actually set that as the peasant model in vanilla. So you are level 38, which isn't that high level. I just don't. I don't have the throughput. I don't think to be able to reasonably expect to beat that. I could beat it potentially, but oh wait, did I not have regen active that whole time? If I didn't have regen active that whole time, which I don't think I did, I remember I was having way more healing throughput issues than I feel like I should have been having. We're gonna try that again with regen active.
This'll be fun.
You'd think I would immediately notice, because it's so noticeable how little regen I have when I don't have regen active. You would think that I would immediately just notice that. There's also like a buff on the corner of my screen that shouldn't be there. So you'd think that I'd immediately recognize that kind of shit. And I simply do not. I just am a little boneheaded in some very specific ways, as well as in a sort of generic fashion as well. So, yeah, if we fail to do this here, we'll go turn in Iron Fist. We will level up and do the inventory management that we can do after we've leveled up, which is more management than we can do right now, because we have a bunch of stuff in our inventory that's for the upper 40s, and we can get to the upper 40s. I think we might be okay here, actually. I think that it is just the healing throughput problem. Okay, we need to kill this one first, because once we've got this thing swapping us, it's going to be a pain in the ass to kill the other one, but it's probably fine to kill this one. It's missing a lot, which is good. Yeah, the throughput issues that I have are significant, even with regen. But the difference is night and day. I definitely did not have regen active. Alright, we got a long sword. We're not going to use it yet. Unfortunately, these can hit me with range attacks. And we'll see how relevant that becomes as we start clearing through them. My hope is that we'll be able to do this one. I'd like to be able to get the next arena set done, because it's nice to make that progress. It just feels good. But at the same time, it is pretty hard to do them. Unfortunately, we now have a captain on us that wasn't there before. We're probably dead here. We're gonna die to the because of the fact that our paladin's unconscious. We can get gipped. How do we feel about this? I feel like I might be able to handle it. I would probably need to do quite a lot of mitigation of their damage. I'm going to do my inventory management before we finish this up, and we're going to make an attempt to do 2 of these because we're okay. If I'm thinking about this realistically, I should have had the Iron Fist thing turned in anyway. What am I doing over here? I should have had the Iron Fist thing turned in. I'm going to try to do 2 of these endless waves once I come back. I don't think I'm going to be able to do both, but I might be able to. There's going to be a potentially big difference in my overall power level from just the next few levels. I think I have a few of the gods things available to me if I can level up. So we're going to pop over to Enroth. We are going to walk or stable our way. We're going to walk to Iron Fist. We're going to turn in this quest. It's very nice not having to worry about like minimum travel requirements and stuff like that. It's convenient for me. Because if I screw something up in terms of like not turning in this quest, I can just go and change that. I can actually do something about it. I'm not like locked into a world state where I haven't gotten that done, which is really nice. I am not allowing myself to travel completely freely. Like obviously it would be easier for me if I could go to Arathia to remove these diseases. That would make my life a little bit simpler. But I'm not doing that, obviously. So we will see how this goes. So we're going to go over here, and I think I can train here. I might not be able... We're getting pretty high level.
Old Master Nikolai Iron Fist, Prince and heir to the throne of Enroth.
Okay, I didn't pick up the Paladin quest either. So this is 48, so like I can equip this once I turn in. Where's my letter? You're telling me in all this bullshit I don't have the letter? Is this the letter?
Old Master Nikolai Iron Fist.
Okay, Lord
Prince and heir
Kilburn. So that continues the main story quest. And we are eligible for 48, so that was a quest that gave experience. I was thinking it might not actually give experience, but it does. So we now have 16.78 levels here. We're going to be in other places for a while. Do I have anything else that I have forgotten to do? I don't believe so. Kilburn Shield, Damsel in Distress. It's funny, actually, because the Damsel in Distress quest is very easy to do. It's a quick trip over to Mist. And Mist is only like 2 zones that aren't really worth that much experience. But I really want to get to Freehaven as fast as possible. And I have alternative methods of getting to getting the Paladin promotion, because we're going to be going to Tatalia, so we'll be getting the Paladin promotion done there. So we're heading to Jadain. I didn't level. I'm a dope. One moment, we're reloading. I walked right by the thing that I was intending to do. I was like, is there something else that I wanted to do here? Yeah, that's probably fine.
Well done.
Alright, we're getting 3 levels.
Well done.
And now we're also going to do our inventory management before we leave here. We're going to save the game. We have level 57. What do we want to put points in? So we are about to get to the point where we can get Grandmaster for both of these. We're actually getting very, very close. Are we? No. No, we're not. We actually have several dungeons that we need to do before we get there. But we're getting vaguely in the right section. No, it's 2 Minotaurs, one of whom is diseased. We have a healthy Minotaur and a diseased Minotaur. So we have a Minotaur Ranger and a Minotaur Death Knight, who are both dual wielding axes right now. Let's see here. You can get. You have so many points to spend. You know what? Let's do it. We're gonna get regen up to 10, and we, I think, are going to keep the other things in conjunction with each other, because I think that makes sense. I'm wondering whether we want to do Axe or Plate Mastery first. I think I'll do Plate Mastery and Axe Mastery. Actually, let's just do both. As for you, you have access to Leather Mastery very shortly. We're going to get Expert Arms Master soon-ish. We get Expert Alchemy now, so we definitely need to take this. Merchant isn't being pushed any further. Leather and Dagger are both doing their thing. Do I want... wait, I want to get Disarm Trap up to 10. So we're doing that. We'll get 3 points in Leather, get that done, and now we can... And then from there we can do whatever the hell we want. For you, you have such a dumb hat on. We can get Spirit and Mind to GM eventually. It's going to take a long time, but we can eventually get there. So it might make sense to put more points into this. The other thing that I should probably do is actually pump Ascension. I think I'm going to just try getting Ascension to 10. This will ascend all of my spells by 1 level, basically. And I don't know when I'm going to get Mastery available, but we currently have a lot of SP boosting items. We're just getting this up to 10 because what I didn't realize before is that in addition to getting you to the next Ascension level, your Ascension skill also increases the boost that you get from Ascension. So a 2-skill Ascension isn't giving you as big of a bonus to that first spell. So now I have 42 hit points restored instead, which is a big upgrade over what I had before, but it's not costing more mana. We don't get to the point where it costs more mana until I think 12. At 12, yes, it should be 12. So at 12, is it 12? No, it's 13, I think. At 13, it'll get to the next tier of Ascension. The other thing is I can get this up to Expert, I think in New Sorpigal. I think that the Learning is how you get that up, and the Learning Expert, I believe, is in New Sorpigal. So we are going to save this. We haven't put your points in. Let's get your points spent. I don't know what I want to put points into for you. I'm eventually going to need a bunch of points in Unarmed and a bunch of points in Dodging, but I don't need them anytime soon. Like, it's going to be a while because we need to get you fully promoted first. And that's not going to be until we finish... Actually, even when we have full promotion, it won't necessarily be enough because we also need to have... Actually, no. For staff, we don't. We just need to get fully promoted and get access to the Grandmaster Staff Trainer, which I don't remember where they are. But Unarmed, we're going to need quite a lot to get Mastery. But once we get Mastery, we can get Grandmastery immediately. You really have no skills. It's very funny. I think I'm going to invest into staff, leather, and do I want to also invest into bodybuilding as a thing? I think I'm going to try it. We're going to see what happens if I invest in... Do I want to invest in all of these equally? Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to invest in everything equally on this character, including regeneration. I want to see how useful regen is with only expert, but with a lot of hit points from bodybuilding on a tank build that's going to be very very high mitigation, because I think that you get a lot of mitigation on a monk. We'll see. Is Silver Cove the place for GM thinger? What is that a reference to? The staff? Silver Cove can't be. How could you get GM staff in Silver Cove? There's no GM in Might Magic 6. Did they add it? Wait, does that imply that there's Master on Arms Trainers somewhere other than... Oh, Master Trainers also have GM. Oh, okay. That's interesting. If I had realized that, that would probably influence my my pathing, actually. So that means I'll have access to GM bodybuilding when I get to Silver Cove, because in Silver Cove I can complete the promotion quest. So, and I'll have already gone to Freehaven, which is where the master bodybuilding trainer is. So that's good to know. Okay, so we've now done that. We are now level 48. And we should, in theory, have access to a lot of stuff that we didn't have access to before. I am going to, I think, first sell garbage. This is definitely not going to be used. Actually, this might be.
There's no room.
It might be high enough AC to be worth it on its own. It is not. Okay, so get rid of you. Let's deal with the armor first, I guess. This is level 43 required. I don't know how garbage my helms are. They are... You are using the Scholar's Cap, which you're going to keep on. Implosion, we get eventually... Oh, man, we can't equip it. We need 49. We need one more level for this. Let's see here. Int and personality plus 30. And you can get Ascension too, right? I should potentially get up to Ascension Expert just for shits and giggles on Ulrin, because Ulrin is going to be a very solid caster for a while, and so it might become relevant. At any rate, let's go back to looking at our armor. This is probably garbage for you. Only have one character that would ever use it. We have this, which this is actually crazy good. This is speed, endurance, and accuracy, which are all really good stats.
There's no room.
So let's see. This is a big boost for you. It's a bigger boost for you. You have the spell point 1 on. You also have the spell point 1 on. So this is completely useless set of affixes for you. I think because of the fact that durability is more important on her, and durability is the more important component of this armor, we're giving her this. That gives us a shit ton of additional durability, and that'll be great for us. We have a level 51 Doom Cloak with 2 resists, one of which we don't need at all on 3 party members, so that's awesome for us. Just the fact that it's of Doom may well make it important, but it also might not matter that much. So we are going to look through the rest of this. We don't need this. I don't think we need this. Shouldn't need this.
I can't fit anymore. It won't fit.
Okay, so we're going to go to the armor person. This is Blades. This is House. Swordsmanship. Save this.
Finest armor in the land.
Yeah, the finest armor in the land is in my inventory.
Come back.
I don't think that's true. My armor is not that great. So this is sleep and unconsciousness immunity, and it has a fairly large amount of stats. We're going to check this. This is a pretty big vitality reduction. We're probably not going to be equipping that because we have a bunch of sleep and unconsciousness immunity gear. So let's check this, because this does have 20 speed and accuracy. I don't think it'll be an upgrade for anybody, even if it really looks like it is.
There's no room. My pack's
For the
full.
person who has the Scholar's Cap equipped. The game just doesn't understand how OP the Scholar's Cap really is. Scholar's Cap actually could be very, very valuable in a caster run, weirdly enough, because that Ascension boost is going to get really, really high eventually.
Cast it.
So we got Fate, that's useful. This is 22 hit points and prevents falling damage. And I probably can equip this on somebody.
There's no room
There's
left.
got to be somebody who has garbage equipped somewhere. This is fairly garbage. Let's get rid of that. Just give you this just for shits and giggles. Do you have nothing on this? You have basically nothing on this. Do you want to equip this?
There's
It
no
won't
room.
fit. It won't fit.
Oh, you actually have a pretty good necklace. Okay. Why am I giving necklaces to sell? I can't sell those at an armor smith. Okay. This is pretty much garbage. These gauntlets I should check
There's
on
no
everybody. God, I almost put these in place of the very high tier crafting material and then right clicked.
My pack's
And it
full.
was only saved by the fact that it was too big. Alright, so that is getting sold. This is HB and regen spell points. This is a fairly marginal boost. I could just plop this on you, honestly. I could really just plop it on you. This is +4 disarm, which I don't need anymore, right? My disarm is 10. Okay. And this gives 17 luck. Let's just do it. What does this also give? Regen HP? Who needs HP regen when you could have SP regen on a character that has 0 SP? That's just...
I can't.
That right there is just logic. Okay, already have this done. Hey, Trollish Claymore of Stealing.
There's no room.
You're the only one who could potentially use a broadsword. +11/+11. Why am I like this? Only armor. Usually I'm not this bad about remembering what I'm trying to accomplish. I have taken my meds today. So it's not that. I'm just being a dope. So I had to check this because I don't know why I keep checking against the character that I know isn't changing. And yeah, I think we're fine to sell that. Can definitely sell that. Can definitely sell this. Can sell this. And sleep on unconsciousness immunity on a really garbage shield. We can definitely sell that. Under the same rules as we had with the substantially better shield that we already did that with. Okay.
Finest armor in the land.
So we're selling all this. And now it's weapon time.
Soon.
So why are you here? You shouldn't be here. Okay. Throat's hitching up. That's super great for me. Excuse me. Blah. The hammer
There's no
here,
room.
probably not going to be useful. And that's a no. So go ahead and toss that. What else? Any other weapons here? Absolutely. We can get rid of this, I believe. Though this is of the dragon. if I have a spare...
It's sorry.
I think this is better than my offhand right now, right? This is better than my current offhand, so we're going to hold on to that. We're going to get rid of this, because I definitely don't need that. And the fact that this is of the dragon is potentially going to become relevant. I need so many two-handed axes that there is a decent chance that I'll still be finding value in an item like that. When I am when I'm able to just be like, you know what, I can just do a thing. Probably won't need it, but again, we'll just have to see. So I guess our inventory isn't that out of control, I say, as I then find where I've stockpiled all these bullshit items that I don't need.
There's no room.
Okay.
Finest weapons in the land.
That's me. I have all the finest weapons.
Come again.
I will come right back when I've filled up another inventory. And actually, we're going to fill up this inventory. Because you have a bunch of weapons that I need to sell. We're not selling Grognard's Cutlass. We're not selling this. We're not selling this. We're not selling that. Dragoning Blade we can sell. I think we can sell this, sell this, sell this. Do you have a... Wait, do you have a spear? Where'd my spear go? Right here. Okay. We have this Staff of Lightning, which we do not need. We have... Is that everything from you? I think that's pretty much everything from you. Okay. Save the game.
Finest weapons in the land.
Start selling this. There we go.
Again.
Let's see. Yes, I can eventually make of darkness potions, which, and I can also just kind of re-roll the stats. But you are right that I can just make of darkness potions, so I don't need to re-roll the secondary effect. That's actually a good point. I didn't take full advantage of my alchemist in my previous run. This is stone and premature aging immunity. I need to hold on to this. I don't need both of these. So let's get rid of this one. We have this. We have this, which we definitely don't need. We have this, which is poison and weakness immunity, which we can hold on to or get rid of. I think we should just get rid of it. No, I'm going to hold on to this. This is the only character who could potentially use it. Citizens have had a defense we definitely don't need. Unenchanted Crusader Gauntlets, I don't think we need you. Disease and Curse immunity we will hold on to for now, I think. It is just Disease and Curse immunity, though. I think I'm actually just going to sell this. I can remove Curse... And I can remove disease now. So this is potentially going to be pretty That's 43 AC on that? Holy shit. Let's see. The poison is very, very important to have immunity to. Let's see. This is almost certainly just not going to be any good for you. Though... It does give me an endurance boost on a character who already has pretty high endurance. We'll just sell this. I'm not going to worry about it. We can get rid of the Mogred Helm. This is an interesting item. And what is this hat? Oh, this is of the gods. So, what is your current power? 100? Not a lot. It is tempting to just equip this in part just because it looks slightly less stupid. And I'm going to do that. We're going to do it in large part just because it looks less stupid. Let's see here. We could also go with something like this. No need. Okay, how about you? Okay, sell those. And probably will not need this, but we will check. You can't benefit from that. You could potentially benefit a little bit from it. Gives a bit of extra regen. Gives me a little bit less speed. Gives me a fairly considerable... You know what? I'll do this. We'll do this. The speed loss is, I think, worth the increase to everything else. We have enough Doom Cloak that I should definitely take a gander at. It's not super impressive, but gives me a sizable DPS boost on you at the cost of durability. Your durability is doing okay right now. Wait, we have another leather user. I forgot you wear leather. Is this an upgrade for you? No. That's our character. That's so funny. I completely forgot I had 2 leather users. Let's toss. We're just going to toss this in the pile. We have this upcoming. We have a necklace with luck, intellect, and plus 17 to all resists. We probably have something that's just fully garbage, right? This is pretty much just fully garbage. You know what? I think I'm going to give this to you. We don't need the SP boost that much. Not anymore, because we're just not holding on to all the spells that we were holding on to before. Because being able to actually cast some healing spells, I think, is more valuable. How are we doing on these? So we have one level 49 here. Everything else is fairly low level. So let's save this again.
Finest weapons in the land.
Try to find a weapon to sell. Do I need to hold on to this? Yes. For now. Do I have any other weapons I can sell? I just don't like getting yelled at by the shopkeeper for not buying anything. So I feel the need to sell something every time I come in. You know, I can't waste their time. You know what? I actually will just sell this, I think. Because we don't need Arms Master on a staff. We've established that. Okay, perfect. So, save this. In the long term, that's not going to be useful. In the short term, it's not going to be useful.
Finest
So,
armor in the land.
set there. And can sell all of this. And
Come back soon.
let's see. As for you, we have this item. We have this item. Let's get all of our high-level stuff into one of these inventories. And before we do that, I think we're going to do our Giga Sort, because I think that makes sense. We're just going to basically
I can't fit. There's no room.
Where the fuck did some of this stuff come from? I have no idea where some of this came from. What the hell? Wow, I just didn't check the later inventories because I had empty inventories and I only looked up to the empties and I had just a bunch of stuff in random later inventories. That's very funny.
Finest
Okay,
weapons in the land.
so can sell this, can sell this, can sell this. We can't sell that because it's a legendary. And there we go. That's it for you. Any other weapons in play? We have unidentified boots here. Okay. So, luckily, now that we've done that sort, which I'm glad that I ended up doing, we now have everything in our early inventories where they're easy to look at. And that's great. EXP is going to stay perfectly synced because unconsciousness no longer prevents you from getting experience. They've changed that, so now when a character goes down, I don't have to bring them back to consciousness before an enemy dies in order to keep experience synced up. So if someone's dead, they don't get experience. I think if someone's petrified, they don't get experience. There are status effects that will prevent you from getting experience still, but unconsciousness is no longer one of them.
Finest armor in the
So
land.
that's pretty convenient for me. That's a pretty convenient change. We'll sell this. I will sell this. And we will sell this. Yeah, that is also a good thing. There's a reason that I felt like, oh yeah, I should probably check to make sure that they were still fully synced. Because yeah, there is always the possibility that something goes wrong and desyncs my party. Also, I think do promotion quests give more experience to the? I think they do, right? Like I think promotion quests give more experience to the people who are of the promotion class.
Come back
I'm not
soon.
positive on that, but I believe that is the case. So we have some good stuff that we just got available to us. Let's see here. I think they did in 6 as well. I'm going to toss you in favor of this, because this is a really big boost, and we've really stockpiled quite a lot of that stuff onto
My pack's full.
Sortira. So accuracy, identify item and monster skills, which I don't need anymore. I believe identifies item is now at 10, right? Yes. So we don't need the identify item. This just gets us a little bit more arms master, which isn't super crazy right now, but is going to eventually be really, really useful. We have a bunch of rings here. This is a body and mind resistance ring, so this has to go onto one of these two. Take the 4 might ring, replace it with this one. I think that's just a good trade. Int and personality. All resists. Sleep and unconsciousness immunity on a ring. This is a thing that I can plop onto. I'm going to put it on you because that just makes sense to me. I think I'll replace this one, even though that reduces my identify monster skill by a bit, because that's a really important item. I'll worry about the identify monster stuff later. I don't remember when I'm getting access to expert in that, but I don't think it's in the near future. It's like I think it's like Tularia and Nyone or something. It's the second place is like a way later game place than you'd think in 7. You go identify monster doesn't exist in 6. And in 8, I don't remember where it is, but I don't think it's in Alvar or Murmurwoods. So it's going to be a while before we get access to that, unfortunately. Let's see here. I'm fairly sure it's not in my immediate future. This is 5 speed. This is a single hit point. We can go ahead and remove the single hit point, replace it with 15 hit points. I feel like that's a trade we can justify. Just a bit. 5 endurance, 8 luck, 4 endurance, 5 speed. This character has really garbage gear right now. Their rings are in a bad place. 6 speed and prevent damage from falling. I think I will take the speed over the endurance for right now. If we're looking at really tiny values. With a 13 might. And we'll take the 5 speed off. Replace it with 13 might. Part of the issue is that we have a lot of stuff that has either int or spell points, which I tend to want to just put on the people who are in need of that. Sleep and unconsciousness immunity might be a thing that's worthwhile to put on over this for right now. And I think I will. Because I think this is going to be more likely for me to run into in the immediate future. So we can do that. We can equip this on somebody. This gives $22 resist, which is pretty crazy. I think I'm going to give this to you. Yeah, your int is actually higher than your personality right now. Poison and weakness immunity needs to stay. And might and endurance is really good, but I think we're going to remove that for right now because it's good for everybody. It's not just good for her. So who else has really garbage? This is terrible. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to give you this. This also is giving might to the character that has the most might. It's a fairly big upgrade there. And let's start clearing some of this inventory shenanigans out. We need to go to the magician shop, which is over here. That will allow us
See anything you like?
to clear out the scrolls that we have. Because we don't need the scrolls. We do need the books. And I'm not going to get rid of any of the rings yet because they only take up one inventory slot. And I know that my rings are garbage. So I'll deal with the ring situation eventually, but I'm not dealing with it at this particular moment. Most likely I can sell most of this stuff, but I might need to do some shenanigans later with getting like specific affixes onto a ring. And so I'm going to basically hold off on getting rid of all the low-level rings that I have. Because low-level rings are actually going to be easier to get the exact stats that I want onto. And so we might as well work with that. I need to make myself a list. Or just more accurately, probably like hotkey, or not hotkey, bookmark a page with a list of what gemstones I need. The alchemy reagents are another thing that I'll need eventually, but I think we're okay with that for now. So we got a little bit of an upgrade in our gear for our characters. We're a little bit stronger than before, and I think we're ready to pop back to New Sorpigal and then pop back to the arena to get that done. We're going to try to get that done. We'll see how it goes. I think there's a decent chance that it'll go well for us, and there's a decent chance that it goes badly for us, and that the third set of enemies is just really, really hard. We're going to try to do 2 of them, see if that's feasible. The other thing, in New Sorpigal, we also need to do one other thing. In New Sorpigal, we need to, I forgot that this is how this one works. In New Sorpigal, we need to go talk to the person and get Expert Ascension. Do I want to get Expert Ascension on 2 characters? Oh, how's it going? Let's see. Okay. Okay. We need an infused metal rod, which is that in Alvar. Perfect. So we're going to Alvar pretty quickly. We'll be able to do that in the near future. That's solid. What else do we need? Let's use some thingers. We're gonna get our ascension up to 4. So we need 3 of them. We need 3 horseshoes for this. We don't need 3 horseshoes necessarily. Do we need 3 horseshoes anyway? Oh no, we don't have any ascension, so yes, we do. I was correct the first time. Should have just trusted. Should have had faith that I knew what I was talking about. Even though that's generally unwise. Okay. This is expert meditation. The learning person... Are they up here, maybe? I think they're up here. They're either up here or they're above the other building. I don't remember which. You are learning. Perfect. So we're becoming an expert in Ascension for these 2. And that will reduce the cost of these spells that we've got boosted. So this is now 6. I think it was 8 before. So the cost has been reduced by a substantial margin, and the throughput has been increased as well. So we're at 31 and 43 for these 2. That's actually gonna help a lot. On its own, that's a big deal. It's gonna help my throughput for healing in a very major way. We're eventually gonna grow out of manual healing like that for the most part. But we were doing a lot of manual healing in the previous run for a very, very long time. Let's see. There isn't just a thread somewhere where someone consolidated all of the quest items that you need eventually? That's kind of surprising, actually. Just like a list of the quests, right? I'll track it down myself. That's fine. If you want to send me that link, go for it. Because it'll be a place to begin looking into it. But it's probably more work to reverse engineer it from a list of the item IDs than it is to. Though Google is really bad now. It's so much harder. Because it used to be that searching the middle of some thread, in Celestial Heavens forums or something, would be fairly easy to find if you just use the right Google terms. But it's a lot harder now. Google's really bad. Google's really weak. Maybe Reddit can help. Okay, we're not in the right day. So we're going to get to Sunday, and then we will do the thing. So Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. Are we actually on Saturday? Yes. And I've only had that off by 1 error once, so it is almost certainly faster to...
Ready to go. What lies ahead?
Just not worry about it, but continue to worry about it. Alright, do we need to cast any other buffs? If I cast body resistance, we have 10% mana reserved, and that gives me how much? Wait, is body resistance endurance? No, it's my... Wait, do you have body resistance active or something? No? 190... 230... Oh, interesting, it's not showing up as a green, so it had me confused. Alright, we're gonna start this. I don't have any food. I'm gonna reload. We're gonna recast this before we go in, and we're gonna grab some food so that I don't have to deal with the entire party getting weakened before we start the fight. Okay, let's do this. This should work fine. We have no problems ahead. Everything will be fine.
What lies ahead? Looks like this one's alright.
So we can heal up. We can't heal up a ton. We're not going to have nearly as much burst healing available. My hope is that we will have enough extra damage. But we'll see. Yeah, if I find the list of the items there, I will add it to the list. I do have a text document that I've created now to kind of consolidate information on like weird random stuff about the game series. I tried to load up Might and Magic 7, and unfortunately I have some mod running on it, so I can't, like, it's like the Maestro mod or something, so I can't, like, conveniently check to see if that fountain is in play there. But yeah, I don't know where I don't think I have the install file for it to just, like, you know, delete the game and then reinstall it. I might just have it sitting in my downloads folder. I'll take a look, because I usually just have the install files just sitting there, so it would not be surprising if I did. We're actually getting a lot more damage now, I think. It turns out that, you know, having an additional 40 might on every character early in the game when you don't have that much might here, kind of a big deal. Like, it's a combined plus 200 might. You know, it's like a pretty big deal. Okay. And we're going to try to clear out the ones above, nope, we're going to clear out these two first. Yeah, we're in pretty smooth sailing territory for now. These are not hitting that hard, so I think we should be able to handle this now, as long as we... Oh shit, that's a swapper, which is a big deal, and I moved way too far away from it just now. Oh god, I might die. We're in deep shit. We need to...
What is it?
That's a swap to an interesting location, actually. Because... Oh shit! Well, that was dumb of me. Okay, we're in deep shit right now. Why did I do this? I have put myself in a bad position yet again. Okay, please. No! Okay. I fully had it. It swapped me into a perfect position, and then I hit E and jumped up, and it had access to hitting me. Just fully brain dead behavior. There was no reason for me to die there. I was fully fine, and then I just killed myself. It was like the one thing that I could not do. I also did a couple other really dumb things there, but like that was the really big bonehead maneuver, was jumping up after it had swapped me to the bottom floor and thus put itself out of range to hit me. Like, just really 10 out of 10, like, self-destructive. So yeah, we probably would have been fine there. Unfortunately, I don't know if we would have been fine for the last one, but I don't think that that section is going to be that bad. That was very manageable, so we should be able to handle it pretty easily, I think. We just have a lot more durability now, and a lot more healing throughput at the same time.
No match for me.
So here's our Reflecting Fanatic. That's interesting that this thing is not... Oh, that was interesting. It just kind of blinked over there. I don't think I've seen that behavior before. Usually they warp to their origin, not to a different location if they get stuck in a wall or something. Okay, we'll just go ahead and do this. And I can't stockpile that much healing. So... that was way too far down there. Oh, Jesus. Oh, jeez. We're getting ripped up here, actually. This was not the best place to go down, probably. Okay. Took that one down. Almost just jumped up and did bad things to myself, but now I actually do want to jump up, so... we have a captain here. I'm going to just jump down, because the thing that I'm concerned about down on the ground level is also just like a captain, for the most part. Okay, we need to jump across. We can't jump across. Luckily, the captain's... oh, we have two captains directly in our path. There's another captain right here. This is going great for me.
I can't identify that.
Okay, we got one captain down. We only have 1,000 of them left.
Got it. Looks like it's a...
And we did. I think we can get this. I think we can get this. We're gonna make a few more attempts. If we fail this too many more times, we're just gonna move on though. I don't want to waste too much of my time on the Endless Arena. It's not really the like purpose of the run. So I probably would be better off if better served by not having the might boost and just having a larger healing pool, honestly. Because they're not doing that crazy of damage overall. So it's mostly just a matter of being able to keep myself up during periods of high incoming damage. Because I don't have that much of a total like effective HP pool to play with. Because once I get the high tier enemies like cleared, the little ones are really easy to manage for the most part. But I need to get through the high tiers without running out of mana. Part of the issue is that for whatever reason, when I'm trying to cast a spell and I don't have enough mana for it, sometimes it pulls up the spell anyway as if I'm going to be able to cast it, which is a giant pain in the ass. So because it slows down everything to have to do that, both in terms of like the real time, but also like in game it's harmful to my survivability. See this happening right here? I shouldn't be getting this cursor right now. This cursor coming up is tied to some weirdness with the way that the Ascension system works, I think. Because I think it only happens with Ascension. I think it was something... I think it started happening for me as a result of... I think that I traced this on the first run to, like, when I had an amount of mana in between my Ascension value... my Ascension cost and my non-Ascension cost or something like that. There's like a weird thing. It might just be tied to the way the magic regen, mana regen works though. I don't know.
Help me.
Okay, that's a concern. We're gonna jump down here. This will hopefully lock in that captain so it can't hit me. There's another captain there. And I do think that, yeah, and it is a different captain. It's not the same one. We're gonna drop over here. But I think we're probably... boned here. Oh, that's the boss. So we need to be able to clear these because we have the swapper downstairs. Oh, it's not locked in. Swapper ain't locked in, so we're in deep shit here. We can lock it in here though, maybe? Okay, we got the swapper locked in, but that's not going to be enough. We have too many on us right now. Specifically, we have some of these acting as blocks for this. Honestly, I think we might want to just move on. We might be able to do this, but not without mitigating the top tier of that type pretty considerably. The last enemies that I have to go through are potentially going to be more powerful, but potentially might be weaker and easier to handle. It's not actually clear. So yeah, I think we're going to continue on. So let's confirm. I need to update my little document. Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is that if you had it's between like the base cost and your current cost. Let's see. Let's open up my routing sheet. We have completed this one now. And do we have any other quests to turn? I don't think so. So I think now we can just go straight to Alvar. And let's just go straight to Alvar. We're getting to... This is fun. We're getting to Alvar before the normal stream would even start. We're still an hour before the standard stream start time, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Anything else that we need to do? Oh, let's check the stables and just see if we can... No, we can go to Garrett Court for the stables. Okay, we're going to head up north, and now we're going to be dealing with hornets again. It's been a while, but we've got hornets, we've got ogres, we've got all that jazz. We're going to have an idea, once we get there, of how difficult that area is going to be. Let's see. Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, can you send me the link to that on Discord? If you've got that, that would be absolutely amazing, and I will add it to my document. And then I think did I share that document? I haven't shared it yet because there's nothing on it really. I think it has basically the cure disease well and curse not giving melee attacks a fail chance. Those are the two pieces of information that I have on there at the moment. Let's see. And we can check the list once we get to that point, where we can just like go through the list and confirm each of the things. Actually, I might not put that into that document. Now that I think about it. Hello. Let's see. Cool. Okay. And actually, we're going to save this under danger. We're going to reload our test save because I want to make a secondary save here. Raven Dun. Let's see, to Alvar. All right. Then we reload danger. Okay, we have some people here. We can check what's available. Right, this is the place where we can use... This is the ore place for this continent.
Let's leave it behind. My pack's full.
And
we don't need this.
Let's go with a new inventory. Make armor.
We don't need this.
Let's see.
We don't need this. Let's leave it behind. Let's leave it behind.
Disarm, probably don't need.
Let's leave it behind.
So, 5 wisp parts. Interesting. Doesn't it require... I'm pretty sure there were some that it requires 10 of, though, right? Doesn't it require 10 wisp parts? Or is it 10 wolf eyes? Like there was definitely something that it said required 10 on the thing, and I think that it took them all, right? It's just fruit. I don't have pulp, do I? Yeah, the pulp I think is in a jar or something. It's just fruit. Okay, we're going to Miho's Roadhouse. We're going to play some Archomage. We can pop this. I should have done the other magic one first. That was silly of me. Always wait until you check. We've gone from 1 magic to 4 instantaneously. Let's go. Alright, we now have a taller tower, taller wall, except we don't anymore. Now we do. And we don't have the things to do this, but we do have lowest wall on them, so we can do this. We can do Fire Ruby if we want. I'm gonna do the query first. Alright, well, we'll see what happens when I get there. I'll copy those down. Here, let's just copy these down now. Can I just copy this? Let's see. Yes. Copy. Wow, that is definitely a different format than the rest of the text on that. I'll deal with that later. So I've copied that information down. Thank you so much for finding that for me. Oh, that makes sense. That is a clever way to handle that problem. I have one. Oh. Interesting. I'm going to do this. And we will do a Great Wall, and then they're going to switch. Let's see. We'll go ahead and do Sapphire. I don't think we're going to try to do a resource win. I typically like to do resource victory with recruits, and that is not likely to be in the cards at the moment. So, unfortunately, we have exclusively basically have exclusively beasts in play right now. We can go ahead and use battlements, which is a pretty solid thing to have access to right now. We are really gonna struggle to this does 3 damage to both of our towers and zeroes out their wall, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna go ahead and just use foundations now, because why not? We can discard the ogre, and we'll just use a gem spear for now. Solar flare. We basically have the ability to use anything that we find that doesn't entail beasts, and we won't be able to use almost any beasts. So I'm going to use the Shadow Fairy because it is a play again card. I love play again cards. These kinds of cards just give you more cards to play with in total, which is very, very useful. Goblin Mob is pretty cheap for what it does, but I'm not going to do it because we just don't have enough wall to justify it, I don't think. Go ahead and lose 6 gems. That's not relevant right now. There's no shot that we're gonna win a resource victory. So really need to stop accumulating cards I can't use. They're up to 8 recruits per turn right now. That's super cool. And it would be nice to think like, oh, well, I have the dragon card, so it's not like they can get it, but unfortunately I don't think that's true. I'm pretty sure you can get a card even if the other player has it. It doesn't simulate an actual deck, it's just giving you random cards. Let's see. I lose recruits. I don't care, honestly. This is just good for me. I have an unlimited amount for what I need. This doubles my income. That's good. We're in a pretty dark place right now. You know, Thief probably would have been a better play, honestly. It is very funny how we are really struggling to keep up on any of these fronts. We got a bunch of recruits. That's pretty useful for us. What do we want to use them for? I'd love to use them for a dragon. Let's get rid of mad cow disease. We don't need to deal with any of that bullshit. Weirdly enough, despite having fewer brick income, we actually might. Is this worth it? I think it is. Like, we have so many gems now that it's going to be pretty difficult to. That crumble stone is going to do work for me. Innovations is tempting to use, but I don't know that I want to. This makes them lose gems. This makes them lose recruits. They're not really in a position where they're going to. Maybe do the succubus just to split the difference. I'm gonna do thief. Now that I have the ability to play the dragon, I'm realizing that the dragon doesn't really do much for me. So, +2 dungeon. That's huge. Can you imagine if I could get any cards that I actually need? The entire reason that I have so many bricks is because I cannot get any cards that use bricks. And that's very funny to me. We could, in theory, try for a brick victory. But I don't think... I think I need 120... There's no way, because they have 10 recruits per turn. If I need 250, I'm going to lose this to them just getting enough recruits, I think. I could try just pumping my query up to an insane level and hoping that they use a bunch of beasts. I should have used the dragon there, actually. Because it drops the enemy dungeon. I should have held off for the dragon. Turns out I do need the dragon at this point. We do have a high enough tower to make use of this. I think you might have read that from like one of the in-game ramblings of the peoples. There's like a bunch of in-game stuff. I've definitely heard that before. I'm wondering if that's on one of like the pieces of paper in the in-game. Okay, I think 300 is going to do it for them, right? No? 300 isn't enough? Okay. Well, if 300 isn't enough, we still hypothetically could pull this out just by getting like 1 billion cards that give me tower, but I don't see a victory condition that is going to be viable here. I'm pretty sure we're just fucked. Like, no matter how long it takes them, they have so much economy that, like, there's no shot I'm catching up at this point. Yeah, they won an economy. I think that was 350. Oh, man. That was rough. Getting down to 1 recruit per turn while I'm just sitting on 6,000 thingers. I'll try just tossing those cards in the future and seeing if that helps. Let's see here. I could do this. Well, that's not an optimal start. You know what? I'll take it. This is very expensive. And